Bling, bling. What advice would you give Amber's future girlfriend?
Excuse me, are you the one DMing Amberlynn Reed?
Simple. Just don't go there.
Karina Kaboom. What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
There's a skunk. He knows Amberlynn Reed. Excuse me, Mr. Skunk, do you know Amberlynn Reed? Don't run away. The truth is behind you.
Want the tea? There you go.
Hello everybody. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, we're talking about Amberlynn Reed's new video in which she has been ranting, and her rant video about how dare the person take a picture of her and a video, the final frontier, the final nightmare. Please, somebody beam me up. So she's still on this. She's still raging about this, so we're going to talk about it. Also, Amberlynn is discussing why her weigh-ins are not fake. I don't really care, but we can show here that, she has a history, a preponderance of lying. I hope that's a real word. Anyways, rinse, lather, delusion, Kermit, repeat. Also, Foodie Beauty is raging because Mr. Snowflake dares to make a documentary about her. We're going to be talking about that and the content that you didn't know you needed in your life and no one wanted. A Pokemon Go update. That's right. If you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously whatsoever. I am sharing opinions, not facts, about publicly accessible information made public by public figures. Please do not go to their channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. All right, so Amberlynn Reed, the most entertaining, riveting YouTuber, uploaded a video called It Gets Dark or something. Amberlynn goes on a wild rant. Okay, she goes on a wild rant. And this rant is about, again, the person that took a picture of her. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, can you buy some containers? Like, just let's do a container arc. Okay. If you don't know what happens, public figure Amberlynn Reed, in her state and in the majority of the United States, it is completely legal to film people once they are in a public place. There is absolutely no expectation of privacy in a laundromat, Amberlynn, where your mom was doing your laundry, which has been clearly confirmed. But anyways. There's no expectation of privacy. Amberlynn is a public figure. I'm going to put it to you like this. She is no, I know that the level of celebrity is different. Amber keeps saying that we are supposed to take her out of the picture. Okay. I didn't know you had a pitcher of water. Okay.
Husband, my husband.
She says we're supposed to take her out of a picture and we're supposed to put somebody else and pretend that this happened to somebody else. Okay. No worries, no problems. Okay, let's pretend that this happened to Taylor Swift. We're going to take you out of the picture because she says that, people are biased against her. Okay, I'm not biased against Taylor Swift. Let's replace you with Taylor Swift. I know you're biased against her, Amberlynn, but I'm not. But if Taylor Swift was in a laundromat, if Taylor Swift came to your laundromat, do you think it is okay to take pictures of her? Of course it is. The paparazzi and the celebrities do. You sign up for this when you become a celeb or a public figure. Yes, Taylor Swift is clearly more known than Amberlynn Reed, but it is the same idea. Public figures know that they will be filmed, okay? Before we go any further, Amberlynn has recently kissed a stranger, filmed a stranger, and filmed tons of strangers around herself and has so for years. A lot of you missed that time when somebody recognized Amberlynn and she went in to kiss them without provocation. It's actually, I screenshotted it for you because a lot of people don't know this. It's at 2:59 in the video called Living My Best Life. You're welcome. Go ahead and take a look how she just ran up to a stranger and gave them a kiss. She didn't know if they were sick or who they were. She didn't feel uncomfortable kissing a stranger. She didn't feel uncomfortable filming a child's last resting place. She danced on the way to, by the way, and filmed a child's last resting place. I'm repeating all these things from my first two videos because Amberlynn Reed will not let this go. Okay, so if she's going to keep talking about it, that's why I'm talking about it.
It's a narcissist for sure, I would say.
She's angry still about the situation. Amber, you filmed Destiny in all types of states of undress, your ex-girlfriend. You filmed residents of a care home that you lived in. You filmed your coworkers and the residents. You filmed tons of people in Chili's without their permission for years. You made them feel unsafe. And by the way, her whole thing here is that she felt unsafe that the woman who she spoke to, her husband, filmed like his feet as he was walking and he saw Amber for a second. You made Destiny feel unsafe. You desecrated that child's last resting place by filming it and dancing on the way to. And you have something to say about you, public figure, sitting in a public laundromat. It wasn't your shower anyone ran into. It wasn't your house that anyone ran into. It was literally you were in a public laundromat. You have no expectation of privacy there. Look up the law. And by the way, as far as morals are concerned, I haven't seen any from you, like as far as filming other people. So why should people afford you the same courtesy? But either way,
Yeah, you can't blame anybody for anything.
the difference is that Amberlynn Reed is a public figure. To me, she is no different. Like, if we're going to talk about legality, she's no different than Taylor Swift. If you would film Taylor Swift in a laundromat, it's okay to film Amberlynn Reed. Now, what she says is, you see, Amberlynn lied originally. She calls this an update, right? It's not an update. She always knew the tea, but wanted to appear as a victim here, okay? See, she knows that she's highly disliked. So she wanted to tell you this story in increments. I love the word increments.
Bling, bling.
This is what happened. Anne Boleyn spoke to a woman in the laundromat, knew that she spoke to her, knew that she took a picture of her, okay? Because who else would take a picture of you? There's probably nobody there. And then didn't tell us that she was friendly with the person that supposedly victimized her with this picture. So we called her out on it, and now she's calling it an update. Oh, I just magically, by magic, I love it when magic gets involved. I just found out that this person was the one that took the picture.
Isn't this a surprise?
In my personal opinion, this is the most important part of the video. She knew that that person took the picture of her, and she purposely didn't tell her audience, because if she told her audience that she was just chatting with this person, then her whole situation of, oh, something happened to me in the laundromat would go down the drain. She never thought that the person would call her out and say, hey, yeah, like I spoke to her. It was just a friendly exchange. She actually goes so far as to call the person fake. How are you calling another person fake for speaking to you? They probably were a fan of yours. They took a picture of you, just like, Taylor Swift fans take pictures with her, of her, and speak to her. You're calling this person fake. Amber says in the video this person is fake. You told us that you and wifey broke up and that you started dating another wifey, but the whole time it was the same woman, and it was revealed by all of your exes that that's the tea, and never mind that it was blatant. So you could lie to your audience for 2+ years about the identity of your partner, saying that it was another woman, knowing that it's the same woman, but this woman is fake.
It's not lying. That's changing my mind.
So she owes you nothing. You're a public figure. Sit at home if you don't want to be filmed, public figure. I think that the most important thing that would upset anybody in this situation, as far as her lying, is that she basically lied and said that she was somehow accosted, or, she was treated badly in this laundromat by somebody who was incredibly friendly to her. And even Amber says that the person was very nice, but she tried to make it like the person was bad and terrible and did something to her. And now it's revealed that she had a conversation with her and she had to admit her lying. Unbelievable. She gets paid and has gotten paid a lot of money to be a public figure. It's part of the job. Okay. She then continues to talk about this woman's husband who filmed her. If you look at the video for the billionth time, I really don't want to argue about this, because at this point I don't care. And I never cared. He was filming his feet as he was walking, and Amber was just standing there. She's upset that the guy filmed her back, but you film your back all the time. You, without any provocation or consent, kissed a stranger. Also, she, without any provocation or consent, ran up to a man and shook his soft hand. These are all the things that Amberlynn has said. So it's okay for you to kiss a man without any provocation, but it's not okay for somebody to film their feet and then you were just standing there and your back was just there for a second. She's trying to say that she felt unsafe. Do you think that Destiny felt unsafe? Do you think that everybody else felt unsafe? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, and I'm 100 on this, she's trying to make the women in the audience feel like something happened to her, and nothing did happen to her. You spoke to a woman at a laundromat. She took a picture of you, public figure. You had no expectation of privacy in a laundromat, and somebody filmed their feet and you were just standing there. Amberlynn Reed has monetized her back constantly. Okay, nothing happened to you. Nobody filmed your back. They filmed their feet in the video and you happen to be standing there. That's it. Okay, and in my opinion, if something did happen to her, I would staunchly defend her because there is absolutely no room for that ever in life. And I would 100% be on her side if something happened to her, but this person did not come anywhere insanely close to you. They were filming themselves. You were standing there. You filmed your backside a million times. You kissed someone, which is a way, way bigger situation type deal. I mean, she kissed a person without any provocation. Why did you kiss that guy? So it's okay to kiss strangers, but it's not okay for a stranger to film their feet and you're just standing there? Make it make sense. So she goes on this other new rant, how unsafe she felt. If you feel unsafe going to laundromats, then stay at home. Public figure. You had no expectation of privacy there. The point of this, I'm just going along with like what she's saying. I'm just explaining to you what she said in the video. The point of this is that she knew that that person was the one that chatted with her. And she purposely didn't tell you, in my opinion, because she thought that she could just get away with saying that she was in some way accosted in the laundromat, but she was not. You accosted that man by kissing him, okay? Kissing somebody without any provocation, holding hands with a man with soft hands without any provocation is way more serious than somebody filming their feet. If you have a problem with filming your backside, stop monetizing for 1,000. I'm sorry, she's no longer making 1,000 a video, for 150 a video. Last thing I'm going to say about this is, Amber, why do you keep bringing this up? You were not harmed, you were not touched, you were not accosted in the laundromat at all. Why do you keep bringing this up? This video that I'm talking about is a Q&A video that Amberlynn did, a wonderful, beautiful, terrific Q&A video that she did. This wasn't even one of the questions. Do you know how I know that? Nobody's asking about this. Nobody cares in Eric's voice because she says, oh, wait, before the Q&A, like pretty much I have an update. She wants to keep this going because as she told you in the other video, she said, I know I'm very disliked, but right. She's trying to get you on her side. She thinks that if, she likes it when negative things happen to her because she can monetize it and say, oh, see, you can be on my side now. I know exactly what you're doing. She is keeping this situation going, even though it was over days ago that somebody took a picture of you and literally did not accost you at all whatsoever. She puts this in the Q&A in order to keep this going, that you should feel bad for her because she knows that without this, nobody will be on her side. Amber, what you're doing is you're taking away from people that were actually accosted. Stop. Thanks, Amber. I personally think that this whole thing, she keeps talking about it because she has no content. Like, she can't even make videos on YouTube without you people telling her what to talk about, and she keeps milking the situation. Nothing happened to you. Which brings me to my next point. Okay, so here's my question about Amber, and this is just an observation. Well, I have a few observations.
9 minutes left.
First observation, why is it that you can no longer know what to do in your own business without people telling you what to do? So here she is posting on Instagram, oh, I'm doing a Wednesday weigh-in, ask me questions. Why in the world should they? Okay, I have to tell you something. So YouTubers do Q&A sometimes, and it's really, a good way for them to interact with their audience, I suppose. Okay, there's other ways, but no one has a Q&A channel except for her. So the first bunch of years that she was on YouTube, you know what she did? She just did YouTube videos and she posted whatever she wanted and she got, whatever reaction she got, and that's it. Now, like maybe one video a week, she may be able to come up with herself where she's pretending that she's hanging out with her friends. Why is it that you need for people to ask you questions? Amberlyn Reed is self-employed. This is her business. You don't know what to do in your business. I'm very confused why every single week she's asking people to ask her questions. Amber, I have no doubt that you want to say things and want to answer whatever questions you want to answer because you know what people are asking you. They ask you questions in your comment sections. You can easily start doing Q&As based on the statements that people make to you in your comment section. This is the bottom line. I have never, not once, seen any YouTuber rely on their audience to ask them questions for their content. You have zero content then stop uploading on YouTube. Get a different job. I mean, can you imagine? This is a person that has gotten over 200,000 followers and she doesn't know what to make videos about. So every week, multiple times a week, she's asking you to ask her questions. And the best part of this whole thing is she doesn't even answer the questions that people want to know. Rinse, lather, delulu. Or she answers some questions that people want to know in a very like condescending, mean-spirited way where she actually calls people names and says mean-spirited things. I'm going to give you an example. And I don't like to talk about this topic, and I'm only bringing it up due to the sheer mean-spirited way, the way that she talks, and the fact that she's a lie, okay? Look, this is about the lies, not about the topic. I have always wished her all the best with her health. You know I don't talk about her food and her health and her weight. I'm not interested. I believe in her as far as all the best for her. I wish her all the best. I've always been very supportive. I believe that she could save her life, and I wish you all the best, Amberlyn. Truly, I do in that respect. Okay, I'm just going to talk about the lying aspect, not so much about what she's saying. She basically answers the question of, "Are you lying about your weight?" I don't care. Basically, she says that she feels that people that say this are bored with their lives, have no lives, and need entertainment.
No one loyal in these YouTube streets.
My personal opinion is it's incredibly disrespectful, aka disrespectful, to say that your audience doesn't have a life and they're bored. So are you calling people with jobs, with careers, with families, who take care of their household, who don't have mommy doing their laundry, who actually have jobs and who are doing important things with their lives, not having one? Up until recently, you have just admitted that you sat in your house and you did nothing except watch reaction videos about yourself. You just uploaded a video with your imaginary friends, people that are obviously not there and you're just like clearly paying for. My point here is this. Do you not think that it is outrageously disrespectful to say that your audience that pays your light bill and are the only reason that you can pay your rent have no lives? Do you think it's disrespectful? This has the same energy of, "Oh, I'm so much more better than you." Remember when she told people that she was so much more better than other people? And it's not that they're genuinely saying that, they just have no lives. And she's like, "Oh, well, I'm paraphrasing. We're like past the point of people not believing me that I'm faking the weigh-ins just because you don't trust me."
Yeah, I'm just coming on here to say womp womp.
That in and of itself is the point. People do not trust you, so they don't trust anything that you put out. It's about a lack of a good relationship, of any relationship with your audience, and the lack of trust. Here's the problem. She has made content clearly stating that she is a monetized liar and will continue to lie. So people catch you in lies every time you pretty much almost upload. It's getting wild. She's just lying and lying and misleading her audience every single time. I don't really know if she's lying about this, and I don't care because I don't look into it. Like I said, I wish her all the best with her health. But the reason that people don't believe you is because you've given them the reason by showing them that you will continue to mislead them. You literally, Amberlyn, told everybody that you broke up with wifey found a different wifey, and was dating a totally different woman for 2 years when your own exes exposed you. Beck told Destiny, never mind that it was blatant, that it was the same woman. So if you could lie to your audience about having two different wifeys, that wifey was another woman, but in reality, it was all the same woman. If you could come onto YouTube day in and day out, celebrate your anniversary while you were with her, and just blatantly lie, if you can lie about a 2-year relationship in a dedicated, calculated, manipulative decision to deceive your audience, you'll lie about anything. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. You know that I'll call it out as it is. I have no idea if she's lying about that topic, because I'm being honest with you. I don't look into her like health and food and weight. I don't care. I wish her all the best with it. I don't look into it. I don't know if she's lying about it or not. I haven't looked into it enough to tell you, because I skipped those portions of her videos, and I wish her all the best with it. But here's one thing that she won't tell you that I will. If you've been here for a very long time, you will know that she has this video in which she says that she always lies about this topic when she's in trouble. So she won't tell you that she literally posted a video saying that this is her game plan, that whenever she's in trouble in that area or whatever, she'll lie to you about it. So Amber, people can go back to your older videos and draw their own conclusions. And I'm going to say this before we move on to Foodie Beauty, okay? I would highly urge you, all of you, to make up your own mind. If you ever listen to reaction channels or any videos you see and you think, well, this person is wrong or whatever, do your own research. Go to these videos that Amber posted. See where the lies are coming from. Girl, you a lie. Anyways, Amberlynn, I would love to see some container content. I miss the old Amberlynn when she used to buy containers and put containers in containers. I mean, where's the container arc of 2024? I miss it. Amberlynn, why don't you go, sweetheart? Make some fun videos. I really want to see some fun videos from Amberlynn, okay? Get into a drama with a reaction channel or something. Like, do something other than these, same old, the audience is going to ask me questions and I'm going to answer them. Rinse, lather, Kermit. Okay, let's talk about Foodie Beauty. Yesterday, Foodie Beauty made a video called Raging About the Documentary Being Made About Me. She is upset that Mr. Snowflake, who did all the documentaries on Amberlynn Reed, dares to make a documentary about her. My favorite part of this whole thing is that she really loved the documentary that he made on Life by Jen, but now that he hasn't even released the documentary on her at all whatsoever, it hasn't even been released yet, but raging about a new series being made about me, and you only got 8,000 views. And she also did a live reaction where she was trashing all the reaction channels, and at the time that I'm filming this, she also got only 8,000 views. Even if it goes to 9,000, it's pretty bad when you can't even rage properly. Okay, so basically, the first thing I want to say is Mr. Snowflake already made a response to this. You can go and watch it. I'll link it down below in my description box. Basically saying, like, calm down, stop panicking. Like, why can't you just watch it and whatever? Okay. Foodie Beauty's video contains music in it. I will not be playing clips of it. I will tell you why right now, because sometimes people ask me. Just because something is copyright-free music today doesn't mean it doesn't change in a month, in a year, and I don't play those type of games. So just because right now it's copyright-free, I've seen it happen many times where later it's not. So
Thanks for nothing.
I will just tell you what she says in the video. Trust me, you're not missing much. So basically, she is raging that Mr. Snowflake dares to make the documentary about her because he released a teaser and he released like the opening credits. It's so funny to me that she's never made a video defending Amberlynn Reed, her bestie, her fake frenemy bestie, when Mr. Snowflake was making a ton of videos on her, and she loved the Life by Jen documentary. But now that anyone dares speak about her, she's raging about it. Okay, so here's the thing. She says that why is it that Amber and her constantly get videos made about her? I'm going to ask you a question that's going to answer this. Why is it that nobody sits around making videos on me? For example, why doesn't French Fry Girl make 3-hour live streams about me? Why don't reaction channels talk about me? Because other than saying that I'm done with a Kermit, what kind of an audience are they going to garner talking about how stupid I am, for example, for 3 hours? It's going to be impossible, right? What I'm trying to say is answer for Chantal, because she asked, why does Amberlynn and she get talked about? Because you guys constantly do controversial stuff all the time and bad things all the time. And so you have an audience that doesn't even want to watch it on your channel, wants to watch other people talk about it, because the audience wants to have a voice. Okay, if the audience feels like they don't have a voice on your channel, they will go somewhere else. Chantal, you only approve positive comments. You don't have any negative comments. It's very obvious since you have so many dislikes and you only have positive comments. And by the way, you can easily download an add-on and see how many dislikes Chantal has versus how many positive comments. It's fake. Your interactions are fake. Here's my point. The reason that nobody talks about me every day or the reaction channels every day and don't make videos about it is because we don't do bad things, controversial things, and then delete them. In Chantal's case, she thinks it's okay to do terrible things and then delete them. Well, that's why people are talking about you and not anybody else. Plus, you are not the first girl world community to have a bunch of reactors reacting to you, because there were different communities and different drama spaces where people talked about other people. Get over yourself, Chantal. First of all, she says that a documentary is supposed to be educational, and there's nothing educational about her.
Come and show me.
How about we both do this? We're going to look up the definition of the word documentary. Chantal, honestly, like, my advice is, if you don't know the meaning of a word, it's okay to look it up. A documentary is a film or video examining an event or person based on facts. A documentary film or documentary is a non-fictional motion picture intended to, quote, document reality primarily for instruction, education, or maintaining a historical record. So basically, it doesn't have to be for education, and it can be for maintaining a historical record. That's right, Chantal. Oh, you wish that everybody was stream sniping you and you were a gamer, but you're not. Look, at the end of the day, this is a joke to me. But if she wants to be like this, I'll be like this too. I'll go to the actual, definition. I never said this wasn't a vocabulary channel. What she is saying is that this man, Mr. Snowflake, is obsessed with only Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty, which isn't true. He's made videos about other people. But then she says that, everybody doesn't know anything about her, that people are making overreactions and these heightened videos based on not facts. She also says there's not going to be anything new in his documentary. You haven't even watched it. You don't know what he's going to post in there. And then she says that you basically have no idea what's going on, and everything he's going to tell you is false. And she also says that, like, basically it's not true, that nobody knows her life, and why should you be obsessing over people that you consider failures? First of all, would you consider the media obsessed with Taylor Swift or the Kardashian or Kylie Jenner, right? No, they're talking about them because these people are hot topics and they make the entertainment business, the people that are talking about them, money. I don't believe that most people, I can't speak for everyone, but most reaction channels or commentary channels, or in Mr. Snowflake's situation, like a person that compiles documentaries, I don't think that any one of us are obsessed. I'm sure some people are, but the majority of us are not. It's just a job in the entertainment business. Why are people not running around saying that the media is obsessed with Taylor Swift and the Kardashians? They're talking about them because it makes them money. For example, in the 90s, the celebrities that got talked about in the 90s never get talked about now because they're no longer hot topics. No one is obsessed. It's a job. This is just my opinion about considering anybody a failure or anything like that. Both you and Amberlynn, and anyone else who wants to do this, because other people do this too. It's not just you and Amberlynn. You and Amberlynn have just gotten a lot of notoriety and attention for doing this. There's other people that do what you guys do. You guys choose to post what you choose to post. You don't have to. For example, Amberlynn Reed did not have to make $1,000 on telling people that a potato chased her down or something. She didn't have to make another $1,000 saying how she bathed in bed. These are choices that she made because she didn't have to talk about that. Chantal, all of the things that Mr. Snowflake is going to include in his documentary on you, which can just be seen as a preservation of facts, is going to be based on everything that you posted online and said. Like, that's the biggest takeaway that I get from her video. She's trying to say that Mr. Snowflake and no other reaction channel knows what's going on in her life. But we don't have to know what's going on in your life. The videos are reactions to what you're saying online.
Are you a YouTuber?
So every single thing that you said on your channel is a matter of fact in record where people can respond to it. Of course, it's based on facts. It's based on what you said on your channel, unless you'd like to now formally apologize for making up wild stories and lying.
You make me so tired and you drain me.
Okay, so it's either one or two things. She's saying that everything he's going to say is BS, that we don't know anything about her life, and what is so educational about her life doesn't have to be for educational purposes at all. Of course, it's based on facts. It's based on things that you posted online. Here's the thing. No reaction channel would ever be able to respond to anything if she didn't post it first. When she came on and said that she was infected with this and this and this from her ex-boyfriend, we only responded to it, for example, because she said that that happened. Chantal, did you lie about that? When you went and you did Cuba Rage, which she mentions here, in which she said terrible things about her ex-boyfriend and other people, when she says she doesn't care about that, and she said things she didn't mean, and she had drank some, whatever. Chantal, did that not happen? Basically, it's one or two things. Either the things that you said happened in your life, or you were lying about them. The only way we could be responding to lies and embellishing and making things up is if you made it up first. Did you not mean all the things that you said? If the answer is no, I made everything up, then okay, we're still responding to a public figure. So to wrap up her point on that, the bottom line in this situation is that she 100% is raging because she knows that she's going to be fully exposed. Mr. Snowflake's documentaries are really well done, and they get a lot of viewers. So at least 100,000 people are going to see your BS in chronological order, and that's why you're panicking. Mr. Snowflake said in his response, you don't have to panic. And when you say, Chantal, that there's nothing educational about you, there doesn't have to be. That's not always the essence of a documentary. But of course, it's based on actual things that happened in your videos because that's all we have. We can speculate on what's really happening because you've admitted that you're going to continue to lie when you don't want people to know stuff. But everything in his documentary is going to be the things that you said. You said on your channel. That's how we can react to it. We're not pulling this out of thin Kermits. So basically, not only is any reaction based on what you posted online first, just the same goes for Amber Lynn. She basically says how unbothered she is, how she should be flattered. You're not flattered, you're terrified, you're panicking, and you're scared. And here's why. All of the bad behavior that she's participated in all of these years that she has deleted off of her channel is now permanently going to be on Mr. Snowflake's channel. She actually mentions another documentary that was made about her that I literally forgot about. I forgot that there was another documentary that was made about her, but she sure remembers. She remembers the name. I had forgotten. I watched it years ago. She's very bothered. I think it goes without saying, but I will say it here. It's beyond common sense that she is terrified and panicking and very bothered by this documentary coming out because she's scared. She is scared that all her bad behavior is going to be out there. And here's the thing. If you were not bothered by this, you would never in a million years make a video raging about something that hasn't been posted yet. How can you respond to something that has never been created or posted yet? He's working. Mr. Snowflake is working on his series, but he hasn't posted it yet. So the fact that you're raging about something that you haven't seen, listen, this is a good one. The fact that you're raging about something that you haven't seen, that you're devastated by, and that you're saying that there's not going to be any new information, nothing new to see here, folks. Pay no attention to the man behind the Kermit, okay? Pay no attention, nothing new to see here. She says there's no new information, you don't have to watch this, means that she's beyond bothered and terrified. Because here's what I think, Chantal. You constantly take all of these bad things that you post on the internet and you immediately delete them. You delete all your RACIS, you know where I'm going with this, videos. You delete all of your horrendous, insensitive remarks about terrible things that happen to kids, terrible things that happen to people. For example, in New York in September 2001, okay? You take all of your remarks and terrible things that you say about people, you post them on youtube.com, and then you delete them. And that is why she's bothered and scared. By the way, my favorite, because it's going to be out there, my favorite part of the video, and I'll end on this, is so when Mr. Snowflake posted his trailer opening credits, it said that there was going to be BB in it, Salah, Foodie Beauty's ex-boyfriend, and I'm sure Pete's as well, right? So I'm going to say this, okay? I am 100 on this. People like to disagree. Feel free to disagree. I don't care, okay? I am 100 on this because I could feel what's going on here. I know what's going on here, okay? Foodie Beauty is obsessed with her ex-boyfriend, and she will take every opportunity to talk about him. No, she's not talking about him because somebody else brought him up. No, she's not talking about him because they had a tumultuous past and he hurt her. I can understand that she is traumatized, so you don't need to leave those type of comments because that's given. I understand that. That being said, so she looked at Mr. Snowflake's trailer for the comments, and she immediately started trashing her ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend. Immediately started trashing them. She even knew a community page post the girlfriend of her ex-boyfriend wrote, and she even knew that it got 6 likes. Wow, that's specific. How do you know that she got 6 likes? I didn't even know what she was talking about. So I went to her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. Well, now she's not a new girlfriend. They've been together for years. And I looked at her community page post. It did have 6 likes. Chantal, how do you know that? Why are you stalking them? Here's my point. And I didn't really talk about this a lot when her husband cheated on her and she like broke up with him. Remember that live stream that I covered where she was like raging that her that her husband, you know, cheated on her? She immediately started talking about her ex-boyfriend. And in this situation, she immediately brings him up. She talks about the woman that he left her for. She talks about how many likes on a community page that, you know, the girlfriend has. She's obsessed with her ex-boyfriend. People think that obsession is going to somebody's house, is calling them 100 times a day, is talking about them all the time. It can be. The scariest and worst form of obsession is actually the ones that people don't talk about because you don't really know what's going on in a person's head. She will always be obsessed with her ex-boyfriend. Good luck, Chantal. He will never be with you. He will never be with you. He doesn't want you. He didn't even want you when you were dating. I have this question for the audience. When the credits rolled and, you know, Mr. Snowflake said that the documentary will feature BB, it'll feature Salah. Why did you not say a single word about BB? Why did you not say a single word about Salah in that respect? Or Pete? It's because she's still obsessed. I'm not saying that she wants to be with him per se, but she's obsessed with her ex-boyfriend. An obsession doesn't always have to look the way that people talk about it. It doesn't have to be that you're driving to somebody's house. It can be. But I think, yes, obviously they have a tumultuous past. Yes, obviously he hurt her and she's traumatized by it. I get it. That's why I just said it twice in this video. But she's obsessed with him, which is why she knew how many likes his new girlfriend had on her community page post, because she's obsessed. And my favorite second part was that she said, just in case her marriage doesn't work out, oh well. You know, she always slips that in. Have you seen that in any of her rages? That she always says, I'm the happiest I've been with my husband ever. We're working on our relationship. Really? It's only been a year. You have to work on things? Bad sign. Get out. He already told you he doesn't love you. But my second favorite thing after her talking about her ex-boyfriend is when she actually said, oh, you know, we have an amazing relationship. We're working on it. It's been great. Oh, but just in case it doesn't work out, I'll move on or whatever. She always adds that at the end. That right there is doubt. That's the doubt creeping up in your heart and in your mind, because deep down inside, you know he doesn't love you. He told you he doesn't love you. The doubt that will permeate your relationship like a Kermit on a bridge being sold to people that believe you. Okay, let's move on to a Pokemon Go update. Look at this cool dragon dog. I'm going to be real with you. I was rating as much as I could for this Pokemon because of the cool shiny and because honestly, I just think it looks cool Who doesn't want a dog that's a dragon? Look at how cute. Just want to pet the dog. Okay, I don't really know how powerful this Pokemon is in the league because I would never use it. I'll tell you honestly. The only it's like a normal and like dragon Pokemon things. It was very weak to fairy. Okay. I would not use any dragon Pokemons in any of the leagues except for I know a lot of people are big fans of Garchomp. Garchomp not for me. I would use like, Giratina. That's about it. But I wasn't rating for this Pokemon for the reasons of using them in the Battle League. They could be good. I could just put them in just to see, but I don't really feel like powering them up. It was just because look at how cute this Pokemon is. First of all, it looks like a dragon, and then it looks like a dog. I was just waiting to get a hundo and a shiny. I did get a shiny, which I will show you in like a short, but I haven't gotten a hundo yet. I doubt I'll get one. This is the time again when I rant about not being able to raid as much as we want. There's an upcoming raid day. It's Hisuian, Decidueye, Rinse Lather, Delusion, whatever. I don't really care. I'm gonna raid for that, but like it's like why do we where did what happened? I understand that the game was created to, explore your surroundings, and then it changed and it gave us unlimited rating when the world changed. But sometimes, as I keep saying, and I will say this in every video, I really genuinely feel that sometimes a change of life update needs to be permanent, which I believe rating unlimited amount of times, not just 5 remote times, should be like that. But I mean, it kind of really puts a damper on rating, in my opinion, to get like it's harder to, of course, get shinies and hundos. It's random number generator for the game, so it's very random. But the good thing is about this Pokemon, it doesn't really take like a long time to beat the Pokemon. I believe it's like a 3-star raid. But yeah, I was just basically raiding just to get a hundo and a shiny. I did get the shiny. I think the shiny is pretty cool. It's yellow. So yeah, but I'm just really, let me know if you play Pokemon. Are you disappointed that you can't raid unlimited times and you could only raid unlimited like once a year? And also the other thing is whenever they have these raid days, like I mentioned, it's going to be Hisuian Decidueye raid day this upcoming weekend. The thing about that is, why can't we raid unlimited on that day? Why is it still like a limit of 10 or 20? I think it's 20. Like, why the limits even on raid days? You know what I'm trying to say? Anyways, so let me know what you think about this issue. Did you raid for this Pokemon? Because I saw that they had like showcases with this Pokemon. I only found one showcase. That's where, if you don't know what a Pokemon showcase is, it's when you put in a Pokemon and Pokemon trainers compete for like the biggest one, like XL, XXL, Pokemon. But I don't know, like, if this is raid locked. This Pokemon is raid locked as of now. And I think, like, if you buy a ticket for the event, you can also get one. But, like, do you think that that's a good idea to have a showcase where people can compete and this is raid locked? So it's, if you don't spend the money, you don't get this Pokemon as of now? Let me know your thoughts down below. All right, well, that's about it for today's video. Thank you so very much for watching. Please let me know what you believe about all the drama mentioned today, especially about Foodie Beauty raging about Mr. Snowflake's documentary about her that hasn't even been posted yet. Rinse, lather, delulu. All right, thank you so much for being here. I'll link a similar video right up here so you could watch that. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me. I will see you next time. Bye.